right.
Okay.
Okay.
Coming at you live
from Los Olivos.
Yeah, we're on a little trip together with Erica's family. And
yeah,
it's the first time we're recording in person.
Oh, right.
Since,
oh, my God. Since you're...
No. Surgery. No,
because we
post-surgery.
We did one post-surgery on your couch. But
on
then
my couch.
Brody... Oh, wait. He closed the gate and our dessert is...
Oh, no. Hold on a moment.
6.5 hours later.
We needed something sweet, so we ordered a mud pie. They said that it used to be the most popular thing on their menu, and then they took it off, and now they've brought it back. So we'll let you know how it is. We have this nice roaring fire, because it actually is kind of like cold. It's like between 40 and 50 degrees, and just needed a little something sweet to cap off the evening. We went to dinner, and then all of our children melted down. Then we put them to sleep. So we were like, what can we do? Record a podcast and eat something yummy. And here we are. I was just telling them about how we are trying the mud pie.
So, it went to Hank's room, and he's like, you've got the wrong room.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, no, it's the right room.
It's fine. It's just the backyard.
I know.
It's for us, not Hank.
Okay, here, try some of that. Okay. Oh, how are you going to do that?
We're going to taste it.
Okay.
And then
we'll be back in a second.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so our review.
Pretty good.
Marshmallow fluff.
I think like 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah. I like a chocolate crust. So
I like a marshmallow.
Yeah, that makes sense for you.
It kind of like tastes like meringue.
That's what I thought it was. There's like some
meringue.
coffee flavor that is like
that.
fine. It's not bad. Just could do without it.
This is what's hard about not being able to fully use your two hands is eating.
Right, I can't eat at the same time as hold the microphone.
Yeah.
First world problems.
It's truly.
But
so, okay,
yeah, it was good.
You drove here today.
Really easy drive. It's like 2.5 hours from home.
Like 2
hours. It was really nice, and we were just excited to like go on a little trip, get out of town, to be with you guys. And
I'm really glad you made it.
I know, and our kids, like Brody, just missed Emma a lot.
Yeah,
he's been talking about her a lot.
I mean, Emma really missed Brody too, and then like, of course, the second he gets here, she's like, I'm shy.
Yeah,
and tired. She fell asleep.
She fell asleep. But I get it.
Yeah.
Like she I want to nap too.
I know. She just like can nap anywhere, anytime.
Yeah. But
yeah. So then I was thinking about last year because
we went on a trip around this time.
Yes. And I was just thinking about how we were like just out and about walking, like literally chasing after our kids, and you were on chemo at that point.
Yeah.
Like you're doing the 5 days on a chemo pill, 23 days off, and yet it's like really drastically different.
Yeah. This feels way harder.
Yeah. And I mean,
I'm not even on chemo.
I know, it is way harder.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like just crazy. You don't think about how many things you do with your non-dominant side.
Yeah. Like you need both sides.
Until you can't use it. Yeah, so, but it's great. Erica found a accessible room for us, and it's great. And
although the entire property has gravel.
So I mean, that part isn't like as great, but everything else is just like perfect. And
yeah, there are bars in the bathroom bars.
There are bars in the bathroom, bars in the shower. Wide. We had wine, like. Yeah, just nice to like be away and take a little break from the normal life. Yeah. I'm in like such a scheduled life now because I go to, like, I wouldn't just call it physical therapy. It's like therapy like for my brain.
Yeah, it's rehab.
But still. I don't live there.
Right.
So I go every single day from 9 to 2. And so I'm really tired when I get home, and it's just like Yeah, it's like being in school again.
I mean, yeah, I remember like, I'm saying I remember as if it was a long time ago. This was a week ago.
Literally a day ago.
Yeah. When I was there last week, like we had lunch together and I was like, oh, this is like, I don't love this. Like just the lunch situation. But then with the services, it's like, okay, this is the best place for you to be to like get all of your functioning
for sure.
back.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that
What?
Like, do I want to talk about this?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
I just feel like if you don't talk about it, then Alex is going to be like,
you're not real.
Yeah. So
this
I think
podcast is fake. So with a brain injury comes like lots of different things. And I think the most obvious thing for me was like waking up and not being able to like move the left side of my body. But what I wasn't really anticipating was that I was going to have like cognitive problems. And for me, like my cognition is, I don't want to say a source of like pride, but kind of like, I feel like I always felt like I'm like an intelligent person, and I felt like I was good at like word things, and I don't know, it was something that like felt like part of me.
Yeah.
And now that part isn't working so well. And so,
do you want to say what you mean by not working so well?
Yeah. So like when someone tells me something, it's like hard for me to take in that information and then like store it in the moment and then like do something with it later. Mm-hmm. So it's like long-term memory I'm fine with, but like it's like that working short-term memory is like more challenging for me. And that's not something I've ever struggled with, ever. It's like we joke that I like have the best memory.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you do still have more memories than I do of my childhood.
Yeah. And so I guess I'm just like, it's like a whole other layer. It's all grief.
Yeah.
I'm like grieving the version of myself that existed, still the cancer version of myself that existed before this.
Well, it's also crazy that you're like so aware of that.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
it sucks.
Annoying. I'm like, okay, like at least can you like knock me out? Like, can I just not like
that
be
part?
like a super aware that this is happening to me? So yeah, just
like, do you think that did that part feel like that short-term working memory piece? Did that feel present 2 months ago?
I did not feel like I was struggling with any of those things.
Do you think that's because you weren't being challenged as much, or because things have gotten like more, I don't know,
I
worse?
mean, I think it's probably a combination.
Yeah.
But like, no, I think it's pretty much after the surgery. Like, I haven't been having to use that as much, but like, I was still like making plans with you and stuff, like after, like before my surgery.
Oh, no. I mean post-surgery.
Oh, post-surgery? Like, it's hard for me to like make plans.
Yeah.
If I like don't write it down, like my mom just bought me a planner.
She did?
Yeah. Which is
really
really nice.
it?
Yes, I'm going to use it. I asked her to buy me one because,
you did?
Yeah, I was like, I can't remember shit. Like,
okay, yeah, so I think it's hard because when you were, I was more so wondering, like, have things gotten worse since your surgery? But I guess right after your surgery, nothing was expected of you because you had nowhere to be.
I had nowhere to be. I was in rehab. Like,
no one was making plans with you.
No, like, no. I was responding to nobody, and everyone was okay with it.
Right.
Like, just different things. But now I'm, like, in real life. And people are like, want to hang out on this day? And I'm like, if I don't respond in that exact moment, or if I don't put it on my calendar, I won't remember.
Yeah.
And
that's rough.
That sucks.
That does suck.
Because, like, I never was like that. I could just hold so many things in my brain at one time.
I know. And your brain has gone through so much.
I know, my poor brain, you know?
Yeah.
It's been through a lot. And, like, I liked my brain the way it was. Like, it could do a lot of things. Not math. Math has gotten way worse. Who cares, though?
Right? I know, right? It's like the math part, yeah.
It's fine.
It's more of like the memory piece, like, or like the plans and like not knowing.
Yeah, scheduling things, like remembering doctor's appointments, like those kinds of things. It's like, I used to just remember. I'd just be like, oh, yep, I have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. Okay, like now I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like, I know how to get to this place. Okay, I don't know how to get there.
I feel like you might have gotten a message because I got a notification in my phone. But
From UCLA?
Yeah, and I
Did you
checked
read
my
it?
chart. No, I just checked my chart.
Okay, you can read it.
And it didn't come through to my chart. And then I'm like, I feel like I can't just keep checking your chart.
I mean, you definitely can because like I don't check it. Probably another piece of my.
I think someone messaged you this morning then.
This morning?
Yeah, I got a notification and I just didn't check it.
Oh, we're actually using Erica's phone to record right now, so she can't check it.
I guess I can use it. What's your phone at? What percentage?
Probably like 4. Like I just used to
1%. There's no
Okay.
way this is gonna
yeah,
work.
like I just used to be able to do things quickly. I was just like an efficient,
I know.
high functioning person. I'm having a hard time accepting.
You know, it's interesting
Where my
because
brain
like
is at.
anyone who listened to the last episode, I don't think would have been able to pick up any.
No, I don't think anyone would know.
Yeah.
It's just, but I know.
Right.
And that's what sucks. It's like I know where I was at
Yeah.
and now I'm not.
Right. I think it's only the people who are like the most like intimately close with like a 24-hour span could like, you know, like Hank and
Right. Exactly. So it's like it's not going to, I guess, like keep me from doing things long term. But it kind of is because I was thinking about like, okay, if I wanted to like practice again, like
Practice
I can't
what?
like be a therapist.
Oh.
I can't be a therapist.
Oh.
Can't keep track of my schedule.
Yeah.
Like I have no fucking idea.
But were you planning on being like going back to practicing right now?
Right now? No, definitely not.
So then,
Right. So like in this moment, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
But like in the scheme of things, like if I ever wanted to do that, I would have to do a lot of brain work,
Right.
you know, or
Yeah.
like I just can't do it.
I know. I feel like you're bringing that up, but you also were kind of an acceptance that like you.
That I wasn't going to be doing it.
Yes.
You're right. I was.
I think you're like using that.
I am.
Yeah, you can. But I didn't think that was like part of your
My plan.
plan.
Yeah, it wasn't part of my plan. I think I'm grieving with the options. you
Okay,
know?
that's
Like,
fair.
Oh, like I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this.
But now you can't.
No, I can't. And I don't like not being able to do things because I can't. I want
Sure.
to have choice in it.
You're just, I mean, who doesn't want choice? Like, I just switched my microphone from my right hand to my left hand.
Yeah.
And like, I had the choice to do that. And then I
Yeah.
feel guilty, like, ugh.
Okay, I don't want you to feel
I
guilty
know, but
about
I
it.
do. I'm like,
I
you
know.
can't switch it to your left
You've been
hand.
saying that this whole time. I don't want you to feel guilty about it.
Well, it's just stupid that
like, I don't like look at you and I'm like, oh my God, look at how easily she just switched her microphone.
No, I
No.
for sure would be thinking that.
I'm not thinking that. It
I
didn't
would.
even cross my mind.
I
Ugh,
would.
My mind. See? My speech too.
I know.
My speech gets a little twisted.
It gets a little twisted.
Yeah.
For like a quick second.
Yeah. So that's also something. I was very eloquent before.
You're still eloquent. It's just you like. It's like you get a little like tongue
Tongue-tied.
twisted.
Yeah.
Tongue tied.
And I'm
See, it was
just-
tongue tied, not tongue twisted, and you
Yeah.
got it right.
Yeah, it's just.
But again, people like
really
wouldn't know
annoying.
that. It is annoying.
And like they make you like do all of these tasks and stuff for your brain. So it's like cognitive rehab. And like with the physical rehab, you can like see the progress so clearly.
Right.
With the cognitive rehab, like every day you're just being faced with the fact that
I
your
know.
brain has like
This is the thing. I don't know if most people are as aware.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Like, why is that? That sucks that you're like, I know I should be able to do this thing and I can't do this
Yeah, I'm
thing.
like I used to be able to do this thing. Like just I don't know, like a couple months ago, I could do
Oh.
this thing and now I can't do it.
Also,
it's just-
sorry, side note, I'm just remembering this. My mom told me.
Yeah.
She goes, she watched our last episode when I was like eating at the beginning. She said it was so distracting to see me eating, and she asked me to not eat again. And here I am
Here
eating.
you are eating.
So I'm gonna stop
Sorry,
eating.
Roz.
So
No,
sorry.
we're enjoying our dessert.
Actually, just me, because you're not.
Because I can't use my left hand. Yeah.
Here, let me give you a little bite.
Okay, yeah, you can give me a bite.
Get you some like
Yeah, thanks.
meringue.
It's very good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm just like kind of having like an identity crisis, I guess. I'm like, okay, like I was a therapist. That's what I did. And now I can't do that.
I know.
And
that was like only like a year and a half ago.
I know. And like I prided myself on like being intelligent and being able to like work my mind and like do things quickly and like.
Right.
I don't know.
I feel like you haven't lost all of that though.
No, it's not even that I've lost it. It's just like isn't being like it's not. I can't use it properly right now.
Right.
Like it's
well,
there
I think
somewhere.
that the metaphor was like a helpful one.
Yeah. It was basically like the therapist. They have a therapist there too.
Yeah, which is great.
At the rehab, which is so cool. And maybe one day that's something that I can do.
Yeah.
But she basically said it's like if you were to push over a filing cabinet and like all of the files are like mismatched and like they're out of order and everything's there, but it's just like everything's in the wrong place. And so like that's what a brain injury is like. Like everything's there, but it's not sorted into the correct spot. And so I don't know, 6 months to a year after is like just kind of reconnecting everything to where it's supposed to be.
Which is like, I think helpful because
yeah,
I think that's how you've been feeling.
That's
a bit
how I've
too.
been feeling for sure.
You're like, there are things here, but I don't know how to like access or use it in like the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, but the cognitive part has been like much more challenging for me than the physical part. Like, I don't know why that is. Like, the physical part is challenging on the daily, like, because I need to move. But
why is the cognitive
like,
harder?
Emotionally, it's like way harder for me.
Why do you think that is?
Well, because like I'm not an athlete. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, like it's not like now I can't like do like Olympic skiing.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Like you're not giving up something that
yeah, like I just walked, you know? Like
yeah.
That's all I'm giving up. It's just like walking, which like is a lot. Like it sucks to not be able to walk. But it's not like I prided myself on like my super amazing walking, you know?
Sure.
I wasn't like an amazing walker.
I get it.
Was
like
a normal person
your
walking.
cognition got you pretty far.
Yeah, it got me like really far in life. And I like worked hard for it. And sometimes didn't have to work so hard for it. And I also think that that's part of it.
Yeah, I remember because in school,
like in school,
I would be like, ugh, Jordy's so annoying because she doesn't even need to try. Like I would be studying so hard and you wouldn't really do much and you would just get like straight A's.
And I think that's now like working against me because now I have to do things. And I realize that the thing is, when I do something and I'm not good at it, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's like my thing is that I'm just going to abandon.
Right. I get it.
I'm just going to stop trying.
Like what?
Like the long division that they're giving me.
Okay, but that's fair. Like, why are you doing long division?
I don't know, but I'm just like, I said to the guy, I'm like, I could stare at this page of numbers like all day if you want. But like, I'm not going to get the answers. So like realistically, like we can just pause here.
I don't remember the last time I did long division.
Okay, like so also some multiplication. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's just like hard to.
I think that's a really universal feeling. I mean, I am discomfort avoidant. I have a low tolerance to things that I'm not good at.
And I feel like I like got over that as I got older. Like I would ski and like do things that like push me outside of my comfort zone.
I guess there was like also some peer pressure with that one.
I mean, there was, but like
Ramsey just like plopped you on the top of the mountain.
But I could be like,
but you got better that day.
But I got better, and I kept going.
Yes,
you know, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this on as like a positive challenge.
Right.
You know, this I'm just like.
Well, it's hard because you had fully had mastery over these things, so then to relearn something that was.
Like they were saying to me at the rehab, they were like, we're not teaching you anything new. Like you've learned all of this before.
You're like, that's the worst thing ever.
I'm like, can you not say that? Like, I understand, but that was a really long time ago that I learned these things.
Yeah.
Like I was 6 or 7 years old when I learned the rules of PEMDAS. Like,
right.
I don't know how to do those now.
I know.
I haven't used them.
We have like they took out some of your brain.
Yeah, and it's like a use it or lose it situation.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to find my, like, who am I without my my brain. Okay, not without my brain, but like without certain parts of my brain.
Yeah.
Like, who am I? You know?
Well, who do you feel like you were before?
I felt like I was someone like you could come to me and ask me a question, and I'd like a random fact, and I'd like be able to like pull it out of somewhere. Probably.
Do you think you still cannot do that?
No, probably not. I mean, I don't know. We haven't tried.
To be fair, I've never been that person.
Yeah, I know. But that's okay.
And I feel okay about it.
I know.
It's okay to come to this side where you don't know random facts. You don't know how to, I mean, you can still recognize people. I can't. Like
Right.
today at the hotel, this woman came and she was like asking me a question, and I like kind of side-eyed at her because I was really confused, and I like fully had a full conversation with her yesterday, and Ramsey knew her. And I'm like, this is why he can make friends wherever he goes.
Yeah, because he recognizes people's faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It does
like
help.
had no idea when she said you guys, like, you boys coming in soon. I'm like, who is she? What is she talking about? And it was like the woman at the spa.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
we all have different skills, I guess.
Yeah, and
I just
I-
like my skill set has dwindled, and I'm pissed about it.
yes, and at this again, like I think anyone listening to this would still feel like you're the same. They wouldn't be able to pick these things up.
I agree. They would be like, yeah, Jordy, she can talk. Yeah, Jordy? Yeah, she can hang a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
You
you
know?
can have a full conversation.
Full
us-
conversation, yeah, sure.
But
But
you-
like, can she do all the things she could once do?
No.
No, she can't.
Yeah, it's not the same.
And I'm just like pissed about it.
You're allowed to be pissed about it.
Yeah.
I'm pissed about it too.
Yeah.
I'm like
and I was
sad
saying to
about
like
it.
the therapist, I'm like, I just like don't really know like what I have to like offer
Yeah,
in
you
the
got
way
kind
of like yeah, I got like
depressing.
sad. I was just like, I don't really know what like I bring to the table, you know, in terms of like if someone was to meet me now and like want to be friends with me, like why would they want to be friends with me?
I think it's a hard position because you're like not really talking to people right now. So I feel
You
like
mean by
this,
choice?
yeah. So this is like a hard sell.
Yeah.
I think if you decided I'm gonna throw myself out there, put myself out there,
Yeah.
there would be so many reasons. But like at this point when you're like not really responding to people, I think it's a hard sell.
Yeah.
But
That's totally fair.
but if I met you
Today.
and we had the same
See,
kind
it's
of
hard because you don't really count. Because you're gonna be like, oh no, I'd for sure be friends with you.
I would.
No, it's because you love me.
But we talk every day
Yeah, I know.
still. So
I know. But I
mean-
feel like, okay, like, I can't be like, I can't, for example,
yes.
you had your kids go to the hospital. Okay, like, in a typical situation, I would have brought you the food and water. I would have been on the phone with you.
Yeah.
I would have, whatever, all of the things. I would have done all of them.
Yeah.
And I, like, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not the same kind of friend that I once was, you know?
Sure. You did provide me your house so I could take my
Sure.
work calls in
Yeah.
between the hospital. I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like, and I understand that it's not a choice. Like, I
Do
could
this.
not do
Yes.
that because I couldn't physically drive
Correct.
to see you.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, those were some of like the qualities that I felt like make me a good friend.
Right. I guess it's like when shit hits the fan, you kind of like let that part go.
You mean me letting it
Yeah.
go?
Yeah. Like I let that part go.
No, right. I'm not like saying like I know there's no world in which you're like holding that against me. Like I don't think that you're holding that against me. Like, oh my God, Jordy didn't
we've
show
been
up for me.
27 years of you doing those things.
Right.
I think I'm okay.
Right. But it's like if those things can't happen again.
That's okay.
Ever again.
Because I've had 27 years of them. That it's
See, and new people. Not like I'm looking to make new friends.
Right,
Realistically,
what are you trying to prove, really?
I don't know.
I don't think you need new friends.
I don't need
think
new,
you
I should probably
want
respond
new
to friends that are already in my life.
I mean,
But
you were just like playing it out.
yeah, I'm just playing it out. I'm like, okay, like I can't offer that. You know, like
Yeah.
be there in
Maybe,
the way that
like,
I want to be there.
Not right after you had your third brain surgery and like you can't walk. Maybe it's like you need to focus on yourself first and then you can
Right.
focus on new friends. But if like, let's say Brody goes to new preschool.
Yeah.
And then like you meet like a mom friend. Like that could happen. I could see it.
How would I make friends with them?
Well, they come over for like a play date.
And we'd what? They'd walk me to the bathroom?
No, you're like at dinner. At the dinner table.
Who's taking me to dinner? Like, it's just like all the things are complicated.
They are all complicated.
Like, obviously Hank would take me to dinner. I know, he would take me to a dinner with a friend. But then it's like, okay, Hank, I have to pee. Take me to the bathroom.
Will you pee before?
Okay, yes, I'll try and pee before. Good thinking.
And after.
You're always got my back, Erica.
Yeah, I got you.
So, yeah, essentially just like really feeling sad.
Yeah.
And
it's pretty depressing.
Yeah, just pissed about the whole thing.
Well, good thing you have had friends for 20 years plus.
I mean, thank God.
Yeah.
I've been working on my friendships my whole life
for this moment. For this moment.
This is why you gotta really invest, guys. No.
Is this why we've been friends for so long?
No, it's like, honestly though, when shit hits the fan, like the people who you invest in are gonna be there for you.
Yeah.
And
right, that really goes to show a lot about you. The people who stick around and show up.
Does it?
Yeah. It's a reflection of
my therapist was like, your friend just came to have lunch with you?
Yeah.
It was Talia was coming to visit me. And I was like, yeah, she came to have lunch with me. And she's like, so like your friends really care about you. I was like, she's like, so, you know, like when you're feeling really low and like down on yourself, like you can just remind yourself that your friends come to visit you in your brain rehab.
Right. And not that many people have friends.
Yeah. That want to do that.
But that's a reflection of you.
I know.
It's not like we're all great people. It's really like you've been a really wonderful friend. So now like your friends are showing up for you.
Yeah, it's hard for me to like take that in.
Okay, I'll keep telling you. Let me count the ways.
Let me count the ways. What's that from?
I don't know. And your phone just died and mine is recording, so we don't know.
Yeah, we're going to have to find out what that is from.
It's like silly. Let me count. See, this is something you would have.
Yeah,
maybe
I would have known what that was from. Let me count the ways. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
coming up empty.
I mean, is this really the thing you need to know? No.
So essentially, like I'm doing all right. I'm
after that,
like the therapies. I'm doing the cognitive rehab. I'm doing physical therapy. I'm doing occupational therapy. Like
you made it on a trip.
What'd you say?
You made it on a trip.
I made it on a trip. Like I'm doing all the things. Like there are so many times where I'll want to just like crawl in my bed and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just call it a day.
Yeah.
Not like in a really dark way, not like that.
Like you're tired.
Like I'm tired. I don't feel like seeing anybody.
Yeah.
Like the other night when you were like, me and Alex are talking right now, like, do you want to like dial in? And I was just like not really.
I know.
Like I definitely don't want to.
Well, I called you.
Yeah, and then she calls me.
Well, at first I
was like, who should I call? And you're like, I'll call you.
Well, because you rejected my call.
Yeah, I just like couldn't.
But then you did.
And then, because when I talk to you guys, it's just like I can't like escape it.
And we won't let you.
No, I know. So it's like I have to be real. And sometimes I don't want to.
It was sad.
You know?
Yeah, it was a sad
call. And then
call.
afterward take was like, did you have a nice conversation with your friends? Like, not really.
You're like, we got really dark and
like,
existential.
Really
we cried.
Sad.
It was really sad.
But he was like, I'm glad you're feeling things, Jordy. Like, you need to feel things. It's like good to cry. I'm like, oh, really? Because you've only cried like twice since I've known you. Sure.
Do you think he'll cut that part out?
Maybe. But yeah.
I guess it's like we can like sit in that space with you.
Yeah, you guys can. And it's like, you don't try and like
bring you out.
Make it better. I mean, even Alex was saying like, I don't know what to say.
I know.
And I was just like, you don't have to say anything. Like, it's totally fine. Just like even being able to say that to you guys was helpful.
And knowing that like we still love you.
Yeah. Especially when I was questioning my worth.
Yeah.
As a friend. So
there's so
I was like, are you guys sure? Are you sure that you still love me?
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many things that like it's not even a question.
I know.
Like I genuinely enjoy like every time that we hang out, and it's not. I'm like, this isn't like a pity hangout.
I know. And I mean, it's like way better than hanging out like in a rehab center. Like,
I mean, for sure. 'Cause that's,
I mean, like going to lunch at the rehab
yeah.
is fine, but like you coming to like my bedroom there was super fucking depressing.
That was really.
But you made it really pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So
yeah, I wanted you to
still,
like to see
there was
something
still that.
pretty. Yeah, it was sad when I first went in. It was just white walls and looked like a hospital room.
Yeah.
But yeah, and now like when you go to rehab, like your day rehab, you can't be like, I'm tired, because there's nowhere for you to take a nap.
They're like, you're tired? Okay, let's bring your wheelchair with us. And do you want a cup of water? Like, there's no like skipping out.
Right,
like,
you can't skip out.
Like, oh, you don't want to do PT? Too bad.
Yeah,
You're doing it.
We're going to make you do a treadmill today.
Yeah. But it's good. They like hold you accountable, and like they're just very motivating. Yeah. Which is good.
I have a question. Is it like, because again, I feel like I've said this a lot, like no one could have picked up any of the cognitive stuff. Is it like scary to like put that out there?
Not so much. I guess it's like, it's really like, I'm not so worried what other people think. It's more like I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
And I'm pissed about it.
Right.
I'm pissed that I'm aware of it.
You're right.
I'm pissed that that's my reality.
Yeah.
Like, I just like don't want it.
I don't want that for you
sometimes
either.
I'm just like, but like I don't want it. Like, you know?
Right.
Like, I just don't want to work so hard on my brain.
I know.
To like have things work like,
I mean, yeah, because
worse
I saw
than
you.
they did before.
I saw you like do something like.
Yeah, I was
like,
doing like a fucking puzzle.
Yeah, I was like, should I buy this for you?
I know.
Okay, so because
like
I looked
in the
it up,
past, I was like really good at puzzles.
it was like a Tetris. It was Tetris basically.
Tetris essentially. And like it was just hard for me to like focus.
Did you know that in the moment?
Yeah. That's why he covered up the things. Like,
well, yes, I just.
No,
I knew it, but I didn't know if like you
I
knew it.
I was like, oh, this page is really busy.
Okay, you didn't say that. He kept asking you, what are you thinking? And you were silent. And I said, she's a perfectionist. She won't tell you what she's thinking until she's figured it out.
Right. I'm like, I don't really want to tell you that like I can't do this.
I know. He was just like, I just want to like know your thoughts. Just say them out loud. And you were just like silent.
I know, because I like, it's hard for me to admit that like I have trouble focusing. You know what I mean? Because like that was not a problem for me ever in life.
Right. It's like you have like ADHD.
Yeah. And like it's totally fine to have that.
No. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just hard when you've never had it your whole life.
Right.
And then you have brain surgery and all of a sudden you have it.
And I think that's like the disorganized piece of it. Of like
it is. It's like I mean, even when I am doing the math, I notice it a lot because the numbers are like much harder than words for me. So like if there's a bunch of numbers on a page, I'll have to like reread the numbers like a few times and then like sort through like, okay, which question am I on?
Yeah.
And like underline stuff, and like I just was never like that. Like I just fucking look at the page and know what I'm doing.
So when you're doing it, you're aware, like
and I'm annoyed. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
While I'm doing it.
See, I didn't realize when you were doing like that Tetris thing. At first, I didn't realize that you were aware.
Oh no, I definitely knew. Yeah, it sucks to know that.
Yeah.
But I guess it's better because then I can like improve upon it. Whereas like if I didn't know that it was happening, then
it's just like I find it interesting. You're like, I'm just gonna keep this inside that you were struggling.
Yeah, because I don't want to tell that random guy.
Yeah.
Like he's nice and everything.
Sure.
But I'm like, I'm not gonna just like tell you that like I'm having trouble focusing.
Right.
Like I don't know you. You know? Yeah. So
I hear you.
That's how I feel. But yeah, focusing is like really hard for me. I think about like if I was ever able to drive again, I like legit don't know if I could. Too many things happening.
Yeah.
Cars driving by, someone crossing the street, like
do you
sounds.
notice it then like other outside of like doing puzzles?
No, I mean it's when I'm needing to focus on a task.
Yeah.
You have to focus to drive.
Sure.
You know, because there's like a lot of stimuli.
If there's anything you have done that's like real life where you're like, I don't know how to focus on this thing.
Like not really.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all pretty much just like the things I'm doing in these
Sure.
rehab places. But they are like...
I mean, they are trying to challenge you.
Yeah, they're trying to challenge me. That's the goal. And it's working. So...
Yeah, they're challenging
mission
you.
accomplished.
Well,
but I mean,
will be
all
a
of it is like...
pro.
It's all like very helpful stuff. Like I'm going to need to know how to do these things. I just like didn't know that this was going to be a problem for me.
I know.
Like I never thought once after the surgery, like, oh, I wonder if like I'll have my cognitive skills.
I know.
I was like, oh, I can't move the left side of my body. I guess like that'll suck, and I'll work really hard to get that back.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like the more you integrate it back into life, like
for sure,
it became apparent, which like obviously was like not being able to move was apparent like right away.
Yeah, and it's so much more obvious.
Yeah,
you know, like the impairment, like you can see it looking at me. No one can see my inability to focus. Really. So yeah, just sucks.
Yeah. Well, we'll give you updates. I guess the last thing is around the scan.
Oh, what was the last thing we said?
Well, you posted a story.
I said that it was a good one.
That it was stable.
Stable.
I don't think we gave an update on.
No, I think I did.
Oh, you did.
Or maybe I said I
can't
had
remember.
A bad one.
I honestly can't remember.
Okay, well, basically what we're looking for now. So back in the day, we were looking for like no anything on the scan.
I think that's like still the goal.
Well, yeah, but like it's mainly just like we don't want anything to change.
Right.
Which I guess was always the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So had the word stable on the scan.
Yeah, it's exciting.
That's really exciting. And basically we're just hoping that it was inflammation and not tumor regrowth, but it seems like, I don't know, based on everything the doctor was saying, it seems like it's most likely inflammation because I don't have... No. See, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay, Erica.
Not okay. I can help. Can I help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Inflammation. What about it?
Okay, so the doctors at first, they were thinking like, is this regrowth or is this inflammation? And when they did a rescan, it looks like it hadn't grown.
Yeah.
And in the past, Gus was like
pissed.
Doubling in size in 10 days.
Yeah.
So this was 3 weeks and there wasn't really growth. So that points to possibly inflammation.
Yeah.
Or tumor effects, but like we still don't fully 100%
we don't know for sure. And there isn't a way to check for sure unless they were to like go in and biopsy it, which is not happening.
Not really possible.
So,
yes, we did talk about this because it was actually...
you freaked out because I said I'm not able to have more surgeries.
Yeah,
and
so
you
it was
were
actually
like, what?
on the podcast that I realized in the moment that it was like you had if it was a tumor, it's inoperable. Did not know that until we were recording.
Yeah.
When I listened to it back, I was like, oh yeah, I remember how I felt. And I like kind of played it cool.
You didn't tell me that.
And you're like, I'm sorry. And I got a little like snappy because I was like,
yeah, no, I know. You were like really sad.
Yeah. But anyway.
To be fair, like I don't want to have more brain surgeries.
Right.
So let's just hope.
I guess like after our last one, then it showed it said stable. But.
And also like that brain surgery is freaking risky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like not to say that I'd be in a better position if I hadn't had it, but you know, just there's a lot at stake.
There is.
I guess.
So yeah, hopefully it's just, and they said like it's hard to tell
right now
just because of
I've had a lot of treatments in the last like 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
So hopefully 5 to 6 months from now, my scan will look exactly the same.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
And we'll try and still record as often as we can.
As often as we can. Because it's fun and we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all the feedback. And you guys have been so sweet. We love all the messages we get.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
And I was going to say something else. I can't remember. It was something. No.
Well, thanks for everyone's support.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Love you. Love you, Jordy.
Love you, Erica. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for listening to Grief Street. We put out new episodes every Monday. If you'd like to support us, give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel to find the video version of our episodes. Please subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts and give us a 5-star review. We would love to hear from you and get some feedback. If you'd like to contact us, please email griefstreetpodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 508-474-3378. That's 508-GRIEFST. Our theme song is Hepcat Jive, courtesy of purpleplanet.com. We'll see you next time.